Hi folks, well I did this one for you yesterday, but I forgot to, well I thought I pressed the record but I hadn't, so I'm going to do something similar, so I'll just stick that up above this. It was a tutorial in painting movement in oil in an impressionist sort of way, a fast, easier way, rather than painting lovely clouds and so on. It takes a lot to master clouds, believe you me. Constable, wonderful. Seago, brilliant. Me, well, hit and miss. But I'm going to use my basic 6-colour palette, oil palette: cadmium red, ultramarine, burnt sienna, bit of Payne's grey, cadmium yellow pale, and yellow ochre. So what I'll do, I'll just give myself an idea of where we're going to go with a pencil. So something like that. Horizon fairly low because this is a skyscape. So let's just get in some rocks to sort of balance. Could even put in a quite tricky putting a lighthouses in, especially when the paper's wet with oil paint, but they do go down quite well. People like lighthouses. Mine's only just a sort of a phallus. Right, let's mix some dark colour. I like a dark bit on the top here. So oil, Payne's grey, and a bit of ultramarine, a bit of red. Now don't be put off by this. This is just the first wash. I treat skies the same way as I treat the foreground. Do them as quickly as possible and get them out of the way. Now this is primed with some white gesso mixed with some acrylic white gesso, with some acrylic burnt sienna mixed in with the white. It makes a good sealer. So there's a bit of contention as to whether watercolour paper will stand the test of time. Right, okay, so I'll just use one brush. Nice clean bit of towel, clean the brush. Right, okay, let's get more oil and put some, I was going to use some Griffin in that. But I bought this tube. It's a 200ml tube of Winsor & Newton Griffin Alkyd. It's artist quality, I believe. And I mix it with my ordinary whites because it helps all the colours to dry, because it gets mixed in with most of the colours. Excuse me, and it contains alkyd resin. Don't worry about trying to get a finish too early on. So we want to give an impression of immediacy. If I do a light horizon, I've got to do quite a much darker sea to counter change. Oh, let's get some of that red in there. Okay, let's just come down, paint down the lighthouse with some lighter paint, burnt sienna and white. You can use a bit of yellow ochre. The burnt sienna, I found, is a great cloud warmer. So you don't want to repeat yourself, so just try to get a bit of variety. Alright, I've got a bit of that dark in now. See, I'm trying to get some movement in the sky. Wind whipping. There's a bit of dark shadow on the clouds. And a little bit of red to that. Okay, well that'll sort of do. A bit lower on that horizon there, just get some. And I think before I go any further, I'll put in that lighthouse. Okay, we'll let that go. Now, I'm going to put the horizon of the sea in, ultramarine, touch of yellow ochre. Now it needs to blend, gently blend into the sky. What you don't want to do is to put a bit of masking tape across the paper, because whilst it might look right in real life, because a lot of seas do have a really sharp horizon, but if you do a sharp horizon, it just doesn't look right. So it's better just to merge it a bit, blend it, soften. Right, okay, now then, I'm going to put a bit of a lighthouse in. I've got this tiny little worn out brushes here. Oops. I used these when I was painting a lot of Venice paintings for a gallery 20 odd years ago. They were a naught, Pro Art Sterling brushes, excellent, but they were worn out. I used to use them for doing windows and the sea or the water. Right, now we want to sort of a grey, a warm grey. Right, I've got to be very careful here. Right, let's get in a bit of light. I'll just bend that carefully. Okay, now I'm going to use a knife now. Oh, no, I use this brush just to put some rocks in. Now, I was all making this up. Right, we can get more white in that windmill, lighthouse. Okay, now I can put just a little bit of light on those rocks, bit of grey. Okay, so that's our more or less vertical. Get a knife and just cramping my finger. Let's see if I can put just a little bit of dark on the top where the light will come from. Okie dokie, let's go back into the sea now, just a bit of that, then we'll paint the rocks. You can always use a knife just for highlights. Oh, cool. Now, because I'm going to come into the shore here, I'm going to paint with a bit of burnt sienna and white. Okay, we can refine that. That's just a little bit of a beach leading into the painting. A swig of me bottle. Fill that bit in. Right. God, dear. Right, now I'm going to put these rocks in very quickly. Payne's grey. Oh, just a bit of this, a bit of that. Right, we'll add a bit of light and a bit of green. Greens, got a bit of so give an impression of rock. See, you don't have to put a sign up saying rock. The viewers can translate what they see. It's obviously a rock. Okay, that'll do. Now we're just going to work on this water. Now we want some sort of crashing rocks. It's cleaning the brush. So just create an impression of movement in the sea. And then we can get some nice I'll put some shadow underneath that crashing wave there. Let's get some of this in. a bit of a just a bit of mauve. I'm doing this one, there's only one I'm going to do today. So I've got to give the grass a cut for the first time this year. Oh, let's see if we get a bit of a grey. Right, just I would put a bit of reflection of that darker sky in here, and then some water. Okay, well there we are. That's just a quick one for Sunday morning. Right, okay. I'll check I'm still recording. They all end up different. The one yesterday was a totally different sky, burnt sienna sky. This one's much more sort of stormy. I cut them out, but I didn't make a good job of it, so let's just have a look. You know what I've done? That is narrower there than it is there. But anyway, it's good enough for our purposes. So there we are, another lighthouse. Maybe just a little too obvious, but anyway, you might like that. So thanks for looking. I hope tomorrow I'll do some. We'll do some one for Patreon tomorrow. One for you. I'll go back to doing some acrylic on watercolour paper. I think I like doing those, and they seem to be going down okay. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend, folks, and stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.